Breaking update, Lakers family. The paperwork is in. The message is out. And this one is real. Jaron Cumberland is walking through that door while Arthur Kuma heads out. And if you blink, you'll miss how fast this changes camp battles and the guard rotation map for October. No rumor fog. No maybe later. This is now. If you're hearing it here first, good, because the window to react is short. And the first guys who understand the ripple usually get to enjoy the calm water after. Before we dive, do the quick team thing. Subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, tap the bell, drop a like. This channel is built by fans who love smart basketball and straight talk. And we're going to break down exactly what this means without the fluff. Let's keep this in plain words. Cumberland is a guard who plays downhill and doesn't scare easy. Big body frame for his spot, head up on the drive, comfortable making the simple pass that keeps an action alive. He's not coming in to be a savior. He's coming in to be useful. Training camp and preseason are where you find out who can survive when the play breaks and a defender is in your jersey. He has that old school toughness that 50-plus fans will recognize. No posing, just getting to his spot and forcing you to deal with him. On a camp deal, the ask is clear. Defend your yard, run the lane, hit open threes, and don't turn it over. If you can do those four, you make life easier for the stars, and you give a coach options when the game gets messy. Why does this matter for the Lakers right now? Because the backcourt needs a certain kind of glue on nights when shots aren't falling. Austin Reeves brings craft. The group needs a guard who can take a hit, keep the dribble, and get you into the second action without panic. That's where Cumberland earns his minutes if he sticks. Think of those Sunday games when legs are heavy. You don't need magic. You need a guard who can bring the ball up, set a real screen angle with a big feed the post on time, or cut backdoor when the denial is lazy. That's boring basketball, and it wins. Cumberland's best tape shows a guy who plays through contact and doesn't overthink the simple read. If that carries over, he becomes a safety valve the staff can trust for 6 honest minutes in a tough quarter. Kuma's exit is the other side of the coin. Summer looked promising, tools are there, but roster crunch is real. This is the part of the business nobody loves. Good kid, right attitude, wrong timing. When a coaching staff is trying to set a clean rotation, you favor role clarity. Kuma can absolutely grow, but the Lakers need plug-and-play guard help now. Wings who need reps often end up in South Bay to cook. Guards who can survive pressure today get first call. It's not about giving up on anyone. It's about setting the table for October and putting pieces where they can actually eat. Let's lay out how Cumberland fits on both sides of the ball, without jargon. Offense first. Picture a simple action. Empty corner pick and roll with Anthony Davis. If the bid drops, Cumberland's job is a one-dribble pull-up, a pocket pass, or a kick to the strong side slot. If the defense shows 2 to the ball, he keeps it alive with a back pedal and hits the release valve. It's small stuff, but it keeps your half court from dying at 12 seconds. Off the ball, he has to be sticky in the corner. Feet set, hands ready, shoot it or swing it, no holding, no dribble. LeBron hates wasted beats. You move the ball or you move your body. Do that, and the game rewards you with a couple of open looks a night. Hit those, and suddenly the defense has to treat you as real, and the lane opens for D's seals and Reeves floaters. Defense next. You don't need Cumberland to lock up all NBA guards for 30 minutes. You need him to make second units work. Fight over the first screen. Tag with your body, not your hands. Peel switch when the big calls it. Close to the chest, not the head fake. Finish with 2 on the glass and get it out. The staff will love him if he just keeps the ball in front and doesn't die on contact. Camp is full of guards who can score in space when nobody touches them. The ones who stick are the guys who take angles, talk through actions, and do not give up the middle. That's the expectation here. Nothing fancy. Be hard to play against Dot. So what does this do to the depth chart picture? Write this on a napkin. The Lakers will live in 3 guard shapes. Star-heavy with Reeves as a secondary, balanced bench groups with 1 star and 2 connectors, and a small closing look when the game is tight and the whistle is silent. Cumberland competes in the second bucket first. Can he bring the ball up, keep pace clean, and let the star be a scorer for 2 minutes? Can he read a top lock and cut without asking permission? Can he feed a D on time? Those reps buy trust. Trust buys a longer leash. And once you have that, you're suddenly in the mix for spot minutes against scouting report pressure, which is the jump from camp body to real depth. There's also a culture note here that older fans care about. The Lakers still win when role players act like adults. It's screens set with your chest, close-outs under control, shot selection that matches the moment, and a bench that stays locked without the TV camera telling them to. Cumberland's profile is grown game. He knows that one bad pass turns into 2 points the other way, and a coach's glare you feel in your back. He's been humbled by the league, he's been good in the G, and he wants a chair at the big table. Guys like that don't waste drills. Coaches notice who hits the nail in shell work. They notice who points on defense. They notice who calls the coverage before the staff does. That's how you climb LeBron in a D angle, because you ask. LeBron wants guards who don't make him babysit possessions. He doesn't need a trick. He needs someone who understands time and score. Push when you can steal 2 early points. Pull it out when the floor is crooked. Space correctly when he's hunting a switch. Screen like you mean it when he waves you in. Davis wants guards who reward steals and respect his work. Post entry on time. Don't fire a grenade at his feet with 3 seconds left. When he rolls, throw it up only if the lob is really there otherwise. Hit the pocket and let him make the next pass. Cumberland can make friends fast if he respects those 2 rules. Don't waste LeBron's energy. Don't waste the D's position. Let's talk schedule reality. The first 10 games of a season have weird energy. Whistles are tight, legs are nervous, benches are still figuring out who they trust. That's where a camp guard can steal a job. 1 smart quarter in Denver. 1 steady shift in Phoenix. 1 timely corner 3 at home when the second unit is stuck at 78 points. If Cumberland stacks those, the staff remembers. Then trade chatter, injuries, back-to-back suddenly. The guy who was a we'll see in September is a we need him in January. That's how it happens. Not in a headline. In little, useful moments. Now Kuma, because the kid deserves a fair word. Forward with tools, shows flashes, needs a longer runway. This isn't a slam. It's a reroute. Exhibit 10s are bridges, not dead ends. Forwards often need time to let their body catch up to reads. The best thing for him might be heavy minutes with South Bay, real reps, and a call-up later when a specific matchup begs for length and energy. The main roster has to be ruthless right now. The LeBron AD clock doesn't wait for anyone. You give the jersey to the guy who solves tonight's problem. If that's a guard who can take care of the ball and stand up to first contact, that's where the seat goes. Let me put this in old-school terms for the crowd that prefers radio calls and box scores. A camp signing is like finding a dependable wrench in a drawer full of shiny tools you never use. It's not the fanciest piece, but when the pipe leaks at 11 p.m., that's the one that saves your night. Cumberland's path to sticking is that. Be the tool that always works. The star names will get the headlines. Your job is to be the reason the headline matters in the fourth. Rotation chess in live games, quick hits. If Cumberland shares the floor with Reeves, he has to hunt the cut when Austin drives middle don't crowd his lane. If he's out there with a pure shooter, he screens for the shooter's man, not just for the ball, and pops to the space that defender leaves. In 2 big lineups, he has to be ready for the hit ahead to drag, play push to pace, then drop it off and flatten to the corner. In small looks, he must rebound his position because that's how you end a possession without asking a D to fight 3 giants by himself. You do those things and you look like you belong. What about crunch time? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Closers earn it, and this team still leans on its core when the horn gets loud. But that's the point. If you help them get to the horn in good shape, you're already winning. Give LeBron a 4-minute rest window without a -10. Keep a D's load steady. Buy Reeves 2 clean catch-and-shoot threes a night. That's how you stay on the bus when it heads to April. Here's the honest scoreboard for camp. Can Cumberland stay attached on defense without fouling? Can he keep his dribble under pressure? Can he call out coverage early, not late? Can he shoot league average on catch-and-shoot threes from the corners? If 3 of those 4 hit, you're in business. If all 4 hit, you're in the room when the staff puts magnets on the board for the opener. That's not me selling dreams. That's how coaches decide. Reliability first. Flash later. Fans always ask about intangibles. And this is where older eyes see what the numbers miss. Huddles. A guy who looks teammates in the eye, not at his shoes. A guy who says, "my bad," after a turnover and fixes it on the next trip. A guy who tags cutters even when the ball is 2 passes away. That stuff travels to March. Opposing scouts notice it. Your own stars respect it. The road fans stop heckling because they can tell you're serious. Cumberland has an opening to be that kind of grown-up, and this locker room loves grown dash-ups. Where do I land on the move? I like it. Low risk, clean need fits the coach's voice. You're not asking him to be the 3rd star. You're asking him to bring adult possessions to a team that needs fewer roller coasters and more straight roads from tip to horn. If he proves it, he can hold a real job in this league. If he doesn't, the team moves on. No harm, no foul. But I'm betting the first impression will look like a guard who understands the assignment. All right, your turn. Keep it plain. Do you want Cumberland as a steady second-unit guard who buys the Stars clean minutes, or do you see him as pure camp depth while the team looks for another veteran later? Would you pair him with Reeves for control, or with a pure shooter to juice spacing? What matters more in your eyes for that last guard seat defense at the point of attack or mistake-free offense? Drop it in the comments. I read everything, and the best points end up shaping how we watch preseason together. My final word. From the heart and with the mic still hot, I'm in favor. This is the kind of grown man edition that respects the timeline and the fans' nerves. If Cumberland brings 30 minutes, the whole house stands taller. If he wins a job, great. If not, the process stays sound. Either way, the message is clear, clean basketball. Smart roles, zero drama. That's how you build a season that still looks good when the calendar flips. Let's see how camp shakes out, keep the noise low, and keep the work high. Lakers family, we're in it together, one good possession at a time.